What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. Now, there's a video that I saw on Boxing Squared, which he speaks about the video of Deontay Wilder being interviewed by Blue Blood. And what Deontay Wilder said on the Blue Blood interview was that if he can't get the third fight with Fury, then he wants Andy Ruiz. Now, I feel like this is more of what he should be trying to do if he wants the fight and he can't get the fight with Fury like he's saying. Okay? That he comes back and fight against Andy Ruiz, another top guy. My thing was, if he can't fulfill that December 19th date against another fighter, then okay, that date goes on, that ship sails, 2021 comes in, okay, he has to fight somebody, right? So I would rather see Deontay Wilder fight Andy Ruiz than I would want to see him fight a third fight, which was a rumor that people was, something I heard people saying, which I did a video about. I have zero interest in seeing a third fight between the two of them, and it'll probably pretty much be the same exact result. He gets outboxed, he lands a shot, Ortiz goes down. Simple. I didn't really have a problem with Ortiz and Ruiz, simply because Ruiz, and that was, and mostly if this fight was going to happen before. If this fight was going to happen before 2021. Okay, but for them to build this up like it's a really big fight, I think, Luis Ortiz nobody's getting any younger, okay? And Luis Ortiz is not going to get any faster, any stronger, any sharper. He's at a point of trying to maintain. Ruiz is at a point of trying to gain and get better. And Ruiz versus Wilder, in Boxing Square's video, he made a comparison to about it being similar to AJ, but no, because AJ now knows he can fight on the back foot if he needs to. Wilder fights, he slides back, but he doesn't really fight on the back foot, and he doesn't do much fighting at all going backwards. He's mostly stationary, just right in front of you. He don't really walk you down. He just kind of stands in front of you. If you retreat from Wilder, then he'll walk you down. More than likely, though, if you stand your grounds, it's just a stalemate, and whoever lands first type of thing with Wilder. Ruiz, he doesn't know how to cut a ring off. He kind of stands there and, Boxing Square said he does. He counters from the front foot. He waits for you to throw something, and then, because he has fast hands and quick body movement, so he'll, his body, he looks very deceiving because he just looks like a big, fat, slow guy. And he, waits for you to throw something. He'll, slip, parry it or counter, with combinations. He comes in fast. He's a short guy. So it's not going to be the same thing of, Wilder's going to have to, the way Wilder fights, and he doesn't throw combinations. He throws one shot at a time. So unless he catches you, comes in and try to get you hurt, and you feel like he got you hurt, if he lands something, he'll, start throwing those shots. But overall, if Ruiz, they're saying if Ruiz puts pressure, well, that's the only way Ruiz fights. I've never, ever seen Ruiz fight on the back foot. I've never seen one fight with Ruiz where he's backing up and in retreat mode, or, you come get me. Ruiz is he mostly comes forward, and pretty much that's just what he does. And I don't think Wilder versus AJ versus Ruiz looks anything like AJ versus Ruiz. Completely different tactics, different styles. Wilder and AJ are different. Even when AJ comes forward, and AJ does throw combination punches, he does let his hands go. Most heavyweights are not known for throwing a lot of punches, but the danger with Ruiz, people they always seem to overlook it when they're comparing these fights. Ruiz is dangerous for any heavyweight on the inside. I've yet to see a heavyweight in the ring right now that is as fast as Ruiz. And that hand speed, if you watched him when he fought Joseph Parker, right? Joseph Parker was in retreat mode all night long. He never let Joseph Parker get established to feel comfortable that he could come forward, because Joseph Parker couldn't deal with that hand speed. And if you know, Joseph Parker is seen as like one of the faster heavyweights that we have right now. Probably the fastest next to Ruiz. AJ has good hand speed, but when you're tall and long like that, his effectiveness mostly comes from the outside, unless he catches you, unless he can just beat you to the punch on the inside. But if your hands are faster than a guy with a longer rangy shot, you should be fighting on the outside anyway, until you get your target. Like when he dropped Ruiz in the first fight, it came from the outside. And then we know the rest was history. As he got close, it's different, because now you're getting in his range, giving him a better chance to land his shots than if you're on the outside, keeping him on the outside of that stick. So it's a different fight. AJ versus Ruiz, I don't think it looks anything like Wilder versus Ruiz. The mindset of both of those guys are completely different. And it doesn't help Ruiz if Ruiz tries to fight Wilder from the outside. He needs to get inside, get past that long jab and get in. And in the inside, that's where his damage is going to come from. Wilder's going to have to keep him on the outside. He's gonna have to keep him on the outside. He's going to have to be busier. And even with the feints that Wilder throws and keep separation, those things, they come into play, but he have to do it all night long. And Ruiz basically showed he doesn't know how to cut a ring off. He depends on you to be inactive. The less active you are when you're standing there and you throw a shot and don't really do anything, it gives Ruiz his chance to come in, because he's not busy on his feet. He's very flat-footed. He doesn't like to have to cut the ring off. He like for you to stand there and make it easy for him to just a little bit closer, got you. That's what he likes to do. He doesn't come in with the pressure to pray. He can, but he does. But when you're moving, he's not effective with it. Okay, everybody can't do what AJ did. Let's just be realistic, okay? It's not like, all you got to do to beat Ruiz is fight on the back foot. No, that's not the case. Now, many people feel like Joseph Parker lost the fight to Ruiz. There's some people who feel like, nah, I think it was the right decision. They never had a rematch. I was thinking somewhere in the lines of, okay, maybe they will have a rematch. Maybe that'll be one of the fights. I just can't see why Andy Ruiz would choose Luis Ortiz as an opponent when you have guys right now that are currently just, I would rather see him fight a Parker. And I'm not big on rematches, but some rematches I understand. But I would rather see him fight Parker. I only because, as close as that fight was, and the fact that there was controversy in that decision, according to a lot of people, okay, and that was one fight. Now, we already had two fights. It's like, not necessary. But if it's about picking an opponent that is worthy and you want to close the year out, like I said, I wouldn't, okay, then I could understand him fighting Ortiz. But to build up to this fight like this is some mega fight, no. I don't think anybody expects Ortiz to beat Andy Ruiz. Upsets do happen, but I doubt that Ortiz would beat Andy Ruiz. I really doubt that he beat him. But what I think too with Wilder's situation too. Okay, he only has one loss. He lost to Tyson Fury. Especially with what the allegations are, then you don't need to come back against a lesser opponent to test the waters to see. No, you don't need to then. Now, if you took a beating or you was brutally knocked out, then, a lot of times they'll bring a guy back against a lesser opponent. But to feel like, I was cheated, right? What's the purpose of fighting a lesser fighter? You understand? Like, that wouldn't make any sense. So I think that Wilder versus Ortiz is a good fight. That's a fight I think that fight should happen. Okay, and also, let me just say this. With all the talk, the legal action and this and that, man got to do what he feel they got to do, okay? But the fact that Wilder said, if he can't get the third fight with Fury, then he wants Andy Ruiz. What's all this? Oh, Fury breached his contract. He's getting sued. All right, wake up, people. Wake up. You can't sue a guy who didn't fulfill something that basically a contract had expired. What is the lawsuit? If the contract was still good, then the guy pulls out. Then yeah, okay, yeah, but no, the contract expired. There's nothing to sue, and that's what the lawsuit was about. Not Glovegate, not any of that. Okay, and while we're on this subject, let me just bring something out. Okay, Counterpunch Boxing, Kurt DeVille. He has a video that he just did, and I saw that today. There's a picture. Okay, he did the same thing, and I was laughing because I said, yeah, this is what these guys keep doing. He had a picture of JD's standing up on the ring apron while Deontay Wilder standing there. This is before the fight started. JD's is holding a water bottle. The reason Kurt did that is because Deontay Wilder said, okay, on his interview, Mark Breland is the only person that handled my water. That was Deontay Wilder's words. Okay? Nobody misconstrued anything he said. That was his words. Okay? I saw the same interview. He said Mark Breland is the only person that handled my water. Period. The whole time. But we see JD's there with a bottle of water ready to give Deontay some water. The cap is not on it and everything. So what did he do? Hold it up. Oh, wait, Mark, that's your job. No. Okay? So like Kurt was saying, you can't sit here and say Mark was the only one when we got proof. Now, I don't care about these allegations and trying to keep the shit going. This is my point. People need to get off of this shit. They fought February 22nd, okay, of this year. It's about to be a whole fucking year. Okay, we got December, then January, February. We're closing in. It was 8 months now, 8-9 months. We're about to be a year soon. And people are still making excuses about this shit. Okay. And like I said, if anybody can take a picture, draw a circle around a glove. Well, why can't Kurt or somebody do what he just did? Challenge what he say. Question what he say. And then show, well, you said this, but look at that. So what are you going to say now? Kurt, you photoshopped that picture. And of course, even though he shows the picture from the fight, of course, at that point when I saw, yeah, somebody hit 30 people hit the thumbs down icon on the channel. And it's like, yeah, you thumbs down, proof. But then you do the same thing and say proof. But no, here's the difference, okay? It's not a picture where we can't tell if that's Mark Breland or not. You know, well, is that a water bottle? We can't tell what he's holding. No, you can clearly see him holding the bottle of water. He's ready to give. And then here's the thing. All you got to fucking do is go rewind the fight and just watch it. Simple. Now, let's just say the camera, if you don't catch it on camera, but you see it on that photo, right? But we don't call that proof or evidence that was a lie, that Mark Breland was the only one that handled his water. You don't consider that evidence. You overlook that. But we keep bringing these same photos. And even the photographer that took the picture of Fury's glove, that took that picture, they took the picture that the photographer's name was on. That's the only reason that the photographer's name ever even came up. And he never came out and spoke about anything, okay? So what we're saying, what Kurt did was good as far as I'm concerned for this reason. Like I said, nothing has been challenged, okay, that Deontay said. And again, if it was AJ, who's the heavyweight that I want to see win more, I would be questioning the same things for you to make claims that just don't make sense to me. All right, I hear what you're saying, AJ, but this is, come on, man. There's no favoritism with me. There's no favoritism. It's as simple as that. And the fact that, like, okay, let me address something that someone said. Someone said I was salty. I put a video up. It's only a minute long. And it's Devin Haney versus Gamboa. I had people, because, you know, people come on the channel and make all kind of stupid comments. And they just get deleted anyway. They get blocked from the channel anyway. So, you know, if you feel like you're getting some moral victory by coming and making ignorant comments, no, it doesn't bother me. I really don't care. But you're gone. Poof, out of here. Simple. And this is what happens, okay? Let me explain why I even made that video. I had people coming to me, leaving comments, leaving DMs saying, oh, I've been watching boxing for years. I've never seen a punch land like that. I've had people telling me Tyson Fury's fist was in the wrist portion of the glove and that we could see the top of his knuckles through where the laces are. And I'm saying that makes no fucking sense. So you mean to tell me he can actually flick the glove back and then punch to keep so he can hit you with this part of the glove so his knuckle is here? This is what you're saying. I've had people tell me that. So this is not me imagining something and then saying it to make a story out of it. No, I had people tell me I've never seen a punch land like that. You've seen Ali, Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson. We've seen many. I don't care who you name. Ray Robinson. We've seen videos. If you sit and you rewind or pause a video, you will see that happens many times. We see people. Why we teach people and why I don't throw fake combinations. What I mean by that, I don't try to throw combinations at the heavy bag that look fancy. I throw punches the way I would throw them in an actual fight. I've seen people throw shots wrong. Pow! Hit the heavy bag with this. All this turns black and blue. Pull, tear the muscles in there, hyper extend all, and it's like, oh shit. When you see that, it's like, wow, these guys are not hitting the bag right. This is why people break their hands for landing punches improperly. So you have a bunch of morons responding, and I said, you motherfuckers either can't read or you're just hard of hearing. They're oh, the glove is fully loaded. There's no written. Nobody's talking about the fucking glove, you jackasses. And I was responding to the people that was making the claim that they've never seen a fight where a guy throws a punch and the palm of his hand makes contact with the face, which is pure bullshit. And I said, yeah, you probably haven't. Because your punk ass don't go to a fucking gym. You've never been in shape. You've never skipped a fucking rope, hit a bag, a speed bag, a reflex bag, nothing. You've never done shit but sit up and critique what other people can and can't do. That's what you do. And then you jump on here talking, but you don't even listen. So, yeah, I mean, that was the response that I got from a lot of dumb fucking people. The real ones get it. The idiots don't get it. And it's not, oh, we're idiots because you disagree with me. No, you're idiots because of your fucking presentation, you dumb jackasses. If you listen and pay attention, I never once compared the glove. I clearly in the comments said, look at the way, notice how the wrist is bent back. Yes, his palm is on Gamboa's face. So basically, a fighter has control of where the punch actually lands. Exactly, no, when people are moving, you're throwing shots landing properly all the time. Like I said, how you think fighters break their hands? Because the shot don't land right. You don't break your hand because you land the shot properly. So that's what that was. And again, here's the funny thing, y'all. That one video is a minute long. No dialogue, just text. Have well over 46,000 views. 46,000 plus views for that one video that's a minute long. That's just to show you the level of hate and ignorance that a lot of people have, right? When they see this, they can't wait to jump on and start responding. I had well over 200 messages, and I was like, wow, well, I'm going to take the time to do what I need to do. And like I said, when I respond to people, well, a lot of them, what they'll do, they'll respond, but they'll block you so you can't respond, which is like, bro, do you think that I sit here and give a shit what you guys are saying? Do you think I'm sitting here boo-hooing, my feelings are hurt? And for the idiot that said I'm salty because something I said in the video about Deontay. Listen, jackass. Why would I be salty? I bet on Tyson Fury to beat Deontay. So not only did he win, but I won too. Because I had money on Fury. So why would I be salty? You guys just say the stupidest things. You don't pay attention to nothing that comes out of your own mouths or what you sit there and type. And you sit there and talk like you're so educated on what you're talking about. And all the fuck you do is jump on here and repeat what your favorite boxing channels tell you. Or what your bias tell you. So when I say to you, prove your point by showing proof. So when you can sit here and point to the fact that people they keep circling the glove, and I see the same thing you see. A glove with indentations. It looks like fingerprints, right? Show me, though, the proof that there's no padding in that glove. You guys said there was no padding, that Fury took so show that proof. And all these things that can be investigated, that could be proven, because you can get your hands on that same glove. And there's no way they somehow stitched the padding back in it. No. So things like that, when you guys are No, you know who the salty ones are? The ones who calling other people salty. Because basically, think about it. I'm not coming on your channel to tell you shit. You came on my channel to respond, which I don't care that you respond, okay? But you came on my channel to respond. Nobody made you respond to it. Oh, you're just salty. Salty of what? I wish you would have finished your sentence so I could at least, okay, what was I salty about? I won some money because of Fury, so what would I be salty about? I didn't lose. Dumbass, you're the one lost because you, whether you bet money or not, you didn't think Fury was going to win, but he did. Anyway, look, y'all. Like I said, man, I'm having fun. Salute to all my family. And I guess I don't call you subscribers. I call y'all family. It's the family. You know, I'm about to get a mixed bag video going on. You know, mixed bag, that means I got several topics on there. So I'm about to get a mixed bag going. And I got a lot to talk about. Anyway, look, that's all I'm going to say on this video. Never fall in love with lies. And remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.